why streaming daily is killing your growth, not only as a streamer, but a content creator. So, who this VOD or stream or video is going to be for is the people that are under the misconception and idea that you need to stream every single day. Longer that you're live, the better off that you're doing. Actually, as a result, it's typically the reason why you're not growing. And that sounds ass backwards to a lot of people because, again, the topic and conversation of the last X amount of years, the just basic narrative is more hours equals more growth, right? But in most cases, like I said, it's the complete opposite. The reason being for this makes sense. If you're live more, the potential of you getting picked up by more people, you'll get discovered, goes up. If you stay consistent at that daily, it will eventually hit. I call it back asswards. Very good. So you just need more hours. That's all you need, guys. Because in content creation, it does work that way. The more that you post and learn from shit and get better, the better that you're typically going to do. The better that you'll typically do. Got monetized today. I appreciate your tips. Can we get some W's in the chat? W's in the chat. Congratulations, brother. That's a big step, man. The thing that people don't think about, though, streaming is not content distribution. It's content capture. People will think that they should be live longer because the live stream in itself is the content distribution. It's the distributing the content you've already created. And if you're not streaming as much and you generate a topic, an idea, example, these streams, like this stream right now is essentially content distribution and content capture. I've generated the idea. I have the topic. I know what I'm going over today. This is going to be a VOD that can live. Most people don't treat streaming as content distribution, just only content capture. Streams don't get pushed like videos. You're talking to the same people over and over again, day in, day out, and you're not expanding reach. And the big thing that a lot of people don't talk about with this, you're not getting better at your shit, dude. If all you're doing is going live 8 hours a day, doing the same thing, you're not learning how you can improve on that. All you're doing is just, the mental idea is, hopefully today, 10 people want to watch me be boring instead of 5. Hopefully today, 20 people will watch me be bored and play a game that I'm yelling about instead of 10. You're not learning shit from it. You're not having a spike of like, oh, I understood why somebody stayed today. I should do more of that. Now, I will say that some of this is also not on the creator. This is what I was just talking about a little bit ago with like the Twitch culture has manipulated a lot of creators' brains. Twitch is the big reasoning for this. Twitch created the habit of this because Twitch doesn't have discoverability. So the idea on Twitch is kingmaker system. All you can do is just hope people find you. Just please, God, somebody find me today and give me some money. That's all you hope for on Twitch. That's it. So the longer you stay in this repetitive routine, the more you're going to stay in the result of what you're getting because you're not improving. The bad thing is a lot of streamers are like, I'll start making content once I grow a community from streaming so much. Oh my God. I would argue that if you gave me 6 months, 2 quarters of this year, and you give a hustler unlimited time. So like, let's just say like they don't have bills to worry about for the next 6 months. You're locked in. Just stream all you want. They're like, oh, dude. Ooh, buddy. And you take person B and we'll say, let's stream less, but let's create strategy from this. Let's create systems, plans. Let's figure out what you actually want to do, the content that you can create and get better at. Let's have you stream on a schedule, stream less and create more. Guarantee in 6 months, person B is going to be far better off. Far better off. So let's dive a little bit deeper into why it's outside of just like title and fluff. Why does daily streaming actually hurt your growth? A couple of the red flags. Number one, like I said, no time to improve. You're just repeating the same stream daily, no review, no iteration. There was a time where this was really bad. on Twitch because you had no analytics. This is what I argue about Kick right now. Kick wants to flaunt the idea of how much money they've given to creators. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. They've invested $1 billion into the platform. They've been around 3.5 years. And when I end my stream, I have I have no idea the average watch time. I have no idea where most people clicked. If they clicked off of other websites, if they found me from Kick in itself, none of it. I have no idea. I have nothing as a tech product, as a tool from Kick to get better at my job over here. All I can do is just hope again tomorrow that somebody finds me on another platform, comes here, and essentially gives me money. That's the only review that you can give yourself on Kick right now. On Twitch, it was like this for years too. I think now, somebody help me out here with the Twitch analytics. Do you have deeper nuance? Do you have deeper detail? Can you figure out where people click and how long people watched, or do you just get an average viewer count still and peak viewer count? Because you can't, what are you going to learn from that? Oh, hey, today I got more viewers than yesterday. Can you actually see on Twitch, people came from YouTube, people came from TikTok, people came from X. Can you actually see that? I feel like nobody talking about the failing ones that do the 8 hours. I feel like he's talking probably about the failing ones that do 8 hours. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the people that actually overcomplicate the thought process. No, we know Kick doesn't show any analytics. I'm asking, has Twitch updated this? Right, your physical location is not irrelevant. Physical location is not irrelevant because if I knew for a fact that the majority of my viewers on from Kick, if I knew that my demographic was a major part of a different time zone from me, I would obviously adjust the time of my day to help out with that. Would you not? If you could essentially double your viewership and monetization, would you like to know what time zone some of the viewers watch your shit? Because, I mean, especially in live, the person has to be live and awake to watch fucking shit, dude. Saying the physical location is irrelevant is the exact reason of what gets creators fucking in this mess. In this mess, guys. Come on. And this is the idea that you're like, oh, I can just fucking make better videos without, retention. Nobody wants, I don't need people to actually watch my shit. If I could just get the view count, the videos will do better. Making videos also does help too. It's good to know where a part of the world where your audience is. Upload time can affect it. It's not, you're right, it's not that important with upload time. Because an algorithm will be good. An algorithm will distribute it. The people on the grind don't realize that streaming 10 hours a day isn't helping. Yeah, that's exactly where we're going down. So reason number 2, flag number 2, no content extraction. This is where, again, it's the ass backward things. They stream and they do nothing with it. You go live and you're like, I'm just going to hustle live streaming and grow an audience first. Then you'll create the content. No, but the reality is no clips, no shorts, no YouTube videos coming as a result of you being live all those hours. Fucks you. Where are you gaining your audience? Oh, well, man, Kick or Twitch will put me on the homepage. Yeah. Great. So your chat's just going to be riddled with fucking spam bots for the next half an hour while you're in that time slot until they push you out. Somebody else comes along. And you're going to gain maybe fucking one person that just stayed longer that day. Okay, cool. And an inflation in metrics for the day. So again, now when you're not on the fucking homepage of Twitch or Kick, again, what are you doing to get people to find you? If you're not putting out clips, shorts, YouTube videos, content off, post on X, people aren't going to see who you are and aren't going to come fucking find you. I don't know how that's still confusing nowadays. You're sitting on content and not using it, essentially. Number 3, burnout, low energy. You get into the daily autopilot mode, streams become mid, and it kills retention. This is the thing that a lot of streamers don't think about. They don't think about at all. Depending on the content that you're making live, example, what I'm doing, obviously, if I stop talking about the topic at hand, what would happen? If I tried to manipulate your guys' click today, because this is what you're coming here, this conversation, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and play Arc Raiders for a little bit and not talk to chat. What would happen? My retention would go down. every single day, tens of thousands of streamers go live for countless fucking hours, not making any content, not doing anything to improve. And then as a result of them just being mundane and bored in their own fucking stream, it just makes it worse. It's like it's a snowball effect. It's like as one thing gets worse, because now after your streams become mid and kill your retention, you're not improving from that. And then if you're not improving from that, you're not creating content from that. And then from not doing that again, you're making your stream even more boring. Because there's like 3 phases of streaming. There's the, maybe 4 phases. There's like the, I'm new to this. Let me figure it out. Oh my gosh, it's just this new thing. There's the, after that phase, maybe it's like, for a lot of people, there's like just dense, dead area. And then there's like a point where it's like, a couple people check you out. You start getting your subs. You're like, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. And like, you get exciting and you're actually trying to figure things out and you're wanting to show up more. Oh, fuck, man. Really? TikTok? Due to inactivity, dude, this is why TikTok left. This is exactly why TikTok lost 12% of their live distribution Q1. And that's why, because their stupid fucking app that they make you fucking use goes inactive. At least your wife watched. Right. Yeah, at least mom and dad fucking watched. Number 4, red flag. You train your audience wrong. This has actually helped me out. People think I can always watch them tomorrow. There's no urgency, man. If you're always available, what makes the live today special? Especially as the first 3 things that I pointed out start becoming a negative problem. If you're not improving, you're not creating content from anything, and then you're burning out, you have lower energy, which is killing your retention. Those are just going to repeat. So if you're live every single day doing the same shitty thing, and over time, your emotions, your feelings, your overall energy on stream just gets less. So you're like even less entertaining. If everybody knows that you'll be live tomorrow, like even for because this is the thing that, like, dude, Twitch and Kick have done an amazing job with this over the years. This sense of feeling of like community, we care. It's all marketing, guys. It's all bullshit, dude. It's all fucking bullshit. You think Twitch actually fucking cares about Blee Purple, the community? You guys are fucking dumb if you soak that up. These are all marketing tactics to get you guys to be the most important thing, what they need right now, which is they need people feeling like it's their home. This is my battleground, dude. I will go to war over this platform. You're stupid, dude. You're stupid. You're tying a bond to something that doesn't care about you. Doesn't care about you. Streaming daily doesn't build demand. It removes it. I spent 2 weeks. It was like 2 weeks, I think, couple weeks ago, not streaming, getting shit done around the house and whatnot. Dude, in that 2 weeks, my Discord, my YouTube comments, when's next stream? That's good feedback for me. Remember the time to improve? Okay. Hey, there's a green flag here. Now, it wasn't hundreds and thousands of people, but the sheer fact that I took a break last year to do shit around the house. When was that? I had to do like some garage work or some shit. The other week I had to finish taxes and I had to fucking do, we had to do plumbing shit. It was either pay somebody fucking ridiculous money or do it ourselves or whatever. We did it ourselves. And what I noticed was this time being away, people were actually like, where's the streams, man? I missed the streams. Last year when I took time off, when I was just in this repetitive show up, make money on Kick, clock out, just stream as many hours as possible to get money. Nobody cared, dude. Nobody was asking where the streams were. Nobody gave a shit. Weird how that was. So, reality shift, boys, ladies, and gents. Reality shift. I'm having a good day, brother. Question: if my computer can't handle multi-streaming at the moment, I don't want the same content across all platforms. Can doing non-gaming videos on Shorts still build a community that comes to watch live? Not if you're not doing the shit that you're doing live, no. Like what would you do? What do you mean? Also, too, just because your computer can't handle multi-streaming doesn't mean you can't use an app to multi-stream. Like Meld, you can use their cloud service. So like you would just stream to one place and they would stream everything for you. Does that make sense? So I would look at that. But if your general question is like, well, I stream video games, but I can't multi-stream to platforms. If I make videos about my day in the life on TikTok and grow an audience there, can I bring people to my gaming streams? No, dude, you can't. I'm sorry. Now, a lot of people disagree with that and be like, oh, people really fuck with you, dude. No, you don't make a game plan like that. That's the biggest point. You don't give advice like that because on average, no, it doesn't work like that. For example, doing voices as shorts, reading news reel. No. If it doesn't directly correlate with the idea of what you're doing live, nobody's going to give a fuck, brother. And also, too, like, you're still under the misconception that you're just automatically going to funnel people from your other shit over to your stream. I like 600,000 followers across all platforms. I get pretty good views, especially on Instagram. The amount of people that actually come over from Instagram to watch my lives, it's very minimal, even when I promote it. Nobody, and this is what I was talking about the one day. The whole point of multi-streaming is to let the audiences build and grow into each individual platform, into each place. And then you monetize those places long term. And that's how you create diversity in your income. It's fucking great when you do that. And a lot of people got to ask backwards. They want to go live on, or they want to do shit on TikTok only on the idea of getting people in their stream on Twitch. Why? There's plenty of ways to make money on TikTok too, guys. Brand deals, brand integration from TikTok, the fucking TikTok shop. Yeah, are gifts as much as kicks and bits and subs? No, of course not. Right. But like the desperation to funnel people over is killing your ability to grow a community anywhere else. I mean, I could just be a better content creator. Well, I mean, what does that look like for you? What does being a better... answer this. What does being a better content creator actually look like? Well, if I had more time to put together a better video, I could give you a plethora of content creators that are killing it right now that don't make the craziest videos. And they're good content creators. Well, I'll get more views. That'll make me a better content creator. I can show you a plethora of streamers that get fucking millions of views. And I would say the average person would say their content sucks. But hey, it at least gets clicks because it's shocking. Most people are watching because they're like, what the fuck am I looking at? Is that good content? Well, it got views. Okay. You see what I'm saying? You can't just necessarily say, I mean, I could just be a better content creator. What is a better content creator to you? Understanding the market you're in is what makes you better. Well, again, I can understand. I did this last year. I would argue that it didn't make me a good content creator for what I perceive as a content creator, for what I like. Last year, I understood the market. I wanted to get views on Kick. I wanted to maximize that. Okay, well, if I'm getting views on Kick doing drama content, how do I replicate that across all platforms? Okay, well, I start posting drama content. I start posting me reacting to fucking Hassan Piker and Asmongold going at each other. I start reacting to this and that. I understood my market. It didn't make me better. I got a lot of views. It was dog shit content, and I hated showing up every single day. It made me hate my job. Made me hate everything about that. Is that being a better creator? I would argue not. I would argue not. You can understand the market all you want. You can understand how to get views. If you're not getting the result that gives you the fulfillment of doing your job in the first place, then there's kind of no point. I left my work, for example, to have the freedom to control my life. I don't like the idea of working for some fucking asshole for 40 years and tells me what time I take my lunch break. I don't like that. That concept just doesn't sit well with me. And I put myself in a position even last year where, like, sure, I was making good money, but if I wasn't live, I wasn't making money. If I wasn't doing the things that I didn't want to do, I wasn't making money. And I got back in the habit of last year when I was trying to take when I did the 75 hard stuff. And this is also when I realized I had a problem with the system that I built. I was like, man, fuck, dude. I have to figure out my schedule because I'm supposed to stream all these hours, but I need to shut down and cook food for me. Well, I can't do that so I got to start like So it's so funny. Full turnaround. I left my job because I didn't want some dickhead telling me what to do with my hours and my time. I wanted to have the freedom of my time, and I didn't want somebody telling me when I could take my lunch or not. And I literally put myself in the same situation with streaming. Does that make me a good creator, understanding the market that I could do that? I mean, it's super subjective. When you're in a situation where it's like grass is greener, you hate your job, you don't like what you're doing, the idea of doing something else that is less fun as other things, but at least is more fun than what you're doing right now because it makes you more money. It sounds good. Ooh. The audience is your boss now? How so? I did the same thing. I left a government job to create UGC, build a social media advertising consulting brand. Yeah, well, the bad thing with the UGC stuff is a lot of people go wrong with that, like making their whole entire identity, going all in on that. And they make that their main income. It's not that it's bad. It's just now you're just replacing, you know, the paycheck with one source of thing that you need to absolutely make work or you're fucked. Minister! Appreciate the host. Appreciate the host. Do you consult with more established creators too? Yeah, I actually, he's not established. He's got a stream growing and he's trying to understand other stuff. I have to get off at 1 o'clock today. I have a consulting call with somebody like that. I got another consulting call last week, doing the same thing. Yeah, I don't just talk to brands and businesses. Believe it or not, actually a lot. What's up, Jason? What's up, Poppy? A lot of my consulting lately has been coming is setup shit, dude. Setup shit, man. Crazy the amount of people. Well, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. You got to think like, so like for two creators that are booking calls with me, they're both moving. So they're like established streamers. They stream full time and they want to make their transition as seamless as possible. And they don't set up shit. So they're like, I want your lighting. I want this. I want that. And it's like, okay, well, we'll just get a fucking call. And we'll get you set up with everything. Show you what products to use. I'll tell you where to set the shit up. Got it. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. So, anyways. All right, let's get back on topic. So the reality shift. Here's the reality. The creators growing right now aren't streaming more. They're distributing more. More short form, more long form, and then streams build the connection with that. That's just streaming is basically discovery. It's help what creates top of the funnel potential and direct marketing too. Long form is your authority. It's what builds a lot of the relationship with your community. I'd argue that the reason we've been able to pivot quite a bit over the last few months is actually utilizing YouTube with the streams, VODs, and taking long form videos way more serious. Because you do the streams, it builds the connection. I'm building a connection with you guys right now. Being able to use YouTube's tool at the end of the stream to cut out anything before the topic to where I turn this stream VOD into just a useful piece of content. It helps reaffirm and rebuild more of that authority that we're talking about. And yeah, then the streams become more of, well, I mean, when you're multi-streaming and you're utilizing YouTube, your streams not only become the back end, they are a little bit of the growth engine in itself. I'm really surprised at the subscribers I get from streaming. It's kind of crazy. What's up, Danny? That has kind of blown. Now, I don't know if that's consistent. I haven't talked about that much because I don't know how consistent it is for everybody. But I've had some streams where I've gained like 100 subscribers in a stream. Which is funny because people argue, well, there's no discovery on YouTube streams. You're fucking stupid. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I was just reflecting on the note that I had down because I said, I have in here, your streams are the back end, not the growth engine. But when you're streaming on YouTube, you can literally make it part of your growth engine too. You can. So the solution, here we go. So this answers some of your guys' questions where you're like, well, how long should I stream? How should I do this? I stream daily on Twitch. You can say Twitch. It's okay. The idea that you get banned of some sorts, or your shit gets restricted because you say another platform. It's not true. Here's the model. If you feel like this is like you, I'm speaking to you guys. Like, fuck, dude, you're right, man. All I do is stream. I barely ever put out content. My whole entire thought process is, well, if I build a community first in streaming, I can leverage that for content. So I should just stream as many hours as possible, just get discovered. So if that feels like you, here's your actual solution. Stream less, distribute more, grow faster. Hooray! That's it. That's punchline. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. TikTok couldn't see that because, sorry. TikTok couldn't see that. I was just being funny. Sorry. Guys, I'm not going to leave you hanging on that. We'll actually break that down. So let's break down what that, if you're going to stream less, what's important to focus on to distribute more, to ultimately grow faster. Step 1, stream with intent, not daily. 2 to 4 weeks max, I would argue, for your average person that's trying to build a brand. They're trying to take something that they enjoy, build a community conversation around it to bring in more people. Ultimately, that's what we're doing. That's our jobs. That's what's got you in here right now. The relatable relation is, I love content creating. I love the fact that I've been able to turn this into a career. I was just some fucking shithead loser from the middle of Cornfield, Ohio, right? I didn't feel like I didn't want to do the same shit as everybody else, man. I didn't want to do it. There's something different, man. I wanted to try something different. So did graphic design, did photography, did videography. I did this shit. And like chasing this shit and learning this shit. I love it, dude. I love talking shop. I love figuring out what's new, what's updating, what's coming. Through this, I'm being intentional with my stream today. I'm creating a direct conversation and narrative to bring you in here around this topic, so that way we can discuss. I'm here with intent. Each stream has purpose. If I could do this every day, and because it's good, it's actually, for the small hours that I'm here, it's actually great monetization, especially with the website. Like the consulting, the fucking blueprints. For those that don't know, I have a 90-day streamer and creator blueprint between the LUT packs. So if you guys like the look that you see here, for example, so this is over on the TikTok side. This is raw out of the camera. This is one of my signature LUTs, the one for YouTube and horizontal. Raw out of the camera, the one signature LUT. So between all of those, even outside of ad monetization, subscribers, things like that, which now, as a result, for being intentional, I don't have to stress about those things. I don't have to manipulate you into giving subs in my stream every fucking day through some kind of tool. I'm not fucking Tim Dillon. Why do people keep saying that? What the fuck, dude? I'm not that big. Holy shit, dude. Does that make sense, though? How many people are tired of that shit, man? Honestly, dude, this is where, like, I want more creators being honest about this shit. How soul-sucking is it every day that you go live in a stream to try to figure out some way to feel like you're fucking having fun, but manipulate people into giving you money? Nah, it's not. You're just a fucking liar if you say that. Or that, or you're just retarded. One of the two. Nobody has fun trying to manipulate people into giving them money. It's fucking soul-sucking. It, like, when it doesn't work, it's fucking boring, dude. You feel like you're there for no reason. You're showing up for no fucking reason. Anybody who says otherwise is just either A, you're just trying to be a smart ass in chat, or B, you're just fucking stupid, man. You're just dumb. Yeah. You're just dumb. How I feel about TikTok battles? Is that this basically what they are? I've never understood TikTok battles. I've never gotten into it. I've never understood that. Who's DSP? Now I see why you have no views. I get good views. You have very good views. Another shitter alt account coming in just talking shit. What is up with today? Anyways, moving on. What the fuck? Yeah, TikTok has a battle. I feel like I'm being pigeonholed multi-streaming to TikTok and Twitch. Well, it's because you're streaming to TikTok and Twitch. I think they're cringe. People telling people to charge their cards. Right. It's lame. It's lame. But it doesn't work. That's literally the point. That's what we're talking about. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's not working for you, the majority of you guys. It's not fun to constantly do that. It's not fun to go live every day and hope that somebody gives you more money. Like, what kind of fucking game plan is that? What kind of game plan is that? So 2 to 4 streams per week max is what I would suggest to people. Yeah, it's extremely successful or stressful. Each stream has purpose. Content farming, topic-based, clippable moments. Stop going live to fill your time because you're fucking bored and you think people are going to enjoy you being fucking bored and give you money, and go live and create actual fucking results and entertainment and assets. Again, if you didn't fucking hear me the first time, stop going live to fill time because you're fucking bored and you don't know what to do. Oh, I can't figure out why nobody wants to watch me because I don't even know what to do with my own fucking time because I'm bored. I got nothing better to do with my time right now. I can't be constructive. I just got fucking 8 hours to fill this void. Oh, that will be a good way to get people to watch me because I'm fucking bored. Yeah, that will be entertaining. Holy fucking shit. Holy shit. If you can't make a 15-second trailer that's interesting, then you probably aren't interesting. Ooh. Sheesh. That's pretty fucking, that's pretty spot on. That's pretty spot on. How do you get past being bored and having no motivation to go live? Find things that you're actually into and go live and talk about those things. The reason you have no motivation to go live is because whatever you're streaming, you're not actually into. And that is the vast majority of streamers, by the way. And again, this is always so hard to explain. People don't get this. But this is like one of the most important parts of streaming that some of you guys should understand. You don't go live based on the conception of what inspired you to go live. Meaning, a lot of people will watch a live stream, like from Tim the Tatman, and they'll be like, oh, whatever Tim the Tatman's doing, that's what he became successful, so I got to do that thing. No, it's not true. I just showed you guys the streaming graphs of Q1 of 2026. The majority of streamers that are doing well right now are actually not gaming streamers. They're people showing their hobbies, interest in every day. The reason why you're not motivated to go live and you don't want to go live is because you don't even enjoy going live. You're not happy to show up. I am happy to actually show up, believe it or not. I find fun in this. You deal with the trolls every now and then. It is what it is. These people are going to troll everywhere. They're fucking bored with their time. They have nothing better to do with their day. They're fucking losers, right? And you can play with them around a little bit, but at the end of the day, what are they doing? They're just going to leave and be unhappy somewhere else. It is what it is. So you deal with the trolls. Okay, that's fine. But like, look at the upside. Oh, dude, the other day, oh my God, I got my elixir. I had, shout out, man. I Am Rob reached out and was like, I don't want to read his whole thing, but we had a little conversation. He needed some help with something. And he's like, I don't say it enough, but I just want to let you know, I watched a lot of your old shit. You gave me a lot of advice. I pushed back on a lot of this, but he's like, I actually, he changed everything for me. And that's my shit, dude. I'll be on, like, that's where I say, if there's a narcissistic sense, that's my narcissism. Like, honestly, that's just transparent right there. It's not even necessarily the views. It's not the monetization. It's dude, I take a lot of pride, and it hits when some of the fucking creators that you guys look up to, they're like, I watched a video of yours and it was helpful. Like, that's my narcissism. I'll just be honest. That's it. That's my narcissism. That is. That's what I fucking love. I'm addicted to, dude, going to events and somebody being like, dude, I was impacted, or finding out a creator that like I respect, or like, I watch your shit. You're like, dude, that's my shit right there. I'll be honest. That is my shit. That's a lot of the reason why I show up. I just think it's fascinating. You never know who's watching, man. You never know who's watching. I was creating random vlogs in the middle of Cornfield, Ohio. Next thing you know, fucking 7 years later, one of the biggest car YouTube channels in the world, shout out to Carrot, was like, dude, you inspired me to start making these videos. Because you were just making vlogs in the middle of Ohio. I came to your video to figure out what camera we should use for our trucking business. And next thing you know, I'm like, dude, but I'm talking to my brother and I'm like, we got to start making videos. Now they're one of the largest car YouTubers in the world. Largest. Yeah, no, I will be egotistical on that shit. 100%. 100%. 100%. And if you don't get inspired by that ego, you're fucking retarded. Because listening to that ego, I started giving away information. I started doing shit that I loved, trying to push other people to go after their shit. And I get amped up when people actually listen and find success. How could you hate on that ego? You got to be fucking brain dead to hate on that ego. I could be egotistical in other ways. I could be egotistical in views, which would be hypocritical. I could be egotistical in money. Oh, I got more money. It doesn't mean shit, man. Money comes and goes. You blow it in different ways. You blow it in different ways. But I think having a goal of being hyped about something, of being able to flex something, is by giving fucking information and value back to other people and they find success in it. Brother, you fucking dumb if you think that's fucking something to shit on. Dumb. And it's probably why you're most likely in a place where you don't come from these things. You're not speaking from authority. You're not speaking from a place where you can even relate with anybody else. Anybody helping somebody else, anybody finding success in anything, because you're just looking at the negative shit. So, with that being said, stream with intent. The reason why you can tell I love talking about this shit is because I love this shit, man. I love knowing that if I show up, stream less, be more intentional with the content, one or two of you guys is going to be another person in 6 months that's like, fuck yes, man. Thanks for the advice. And I can be like, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Step number 2, clip everything. This is where, if you look at the creator and streamer blueprint, one of the biggest sections there is about capturing content. It's about capturing content. This is where a lot of streamers go wrong. Guys, 2026, there's enough tools out there. If you don't have a clipping system to where you can like click a button, boom, you have a clip ready, you're doing shit wrong, man. You're not taking time from stream and setting yourself up for success. You're just relying, you're gambling again. Once again, every stream can turn into 5 to 10 pieces of content. Every single one. Shorts, TikToks, Reels, a long form video. It's insane what you can actually make if you set up your clipping system, your recording system first, and you're intentional with that. And especially if you're not streaming as much and you are streaming with intention and you're more amped up about whatever content you're creating. Remember what I just answered a second ago to the person that's like, how do I find motivation? Well, you find motivation by talking about shit you're genuinely into. You're not motivated to go live because you're fucking streaming shit that you're not having fun with. While you think you have to be streaming your video game, your fucking, your IRL stupid shit, your hobby is painting. Your fucking hobby is woodworking. Your hobby is fucking PC part fixing. Like, those are the things where you're just like, you could yap to somebody all day long about. There it is. There it is. Remember the barbershop conversation? We had that big barbershop TikToker come through. Big E, how do I connect my barber content with gaming content? It's very simple. You don't. You enjoy gaming for yourself, dude. Not just because you're a content creator doesn't mean you have to stream games, man. Doesn't mean you have to stream games. It can be a part of your pillar. It can be a connection between you being a barber, but it doesn't have to be the thing. Not everything you do has to turn into content. But if you want to be successful at content, the thing that you would do without anything needs to be the content. Fuck! Somebody clip it. I didn't have replay buffer on. Oh my God. Somebody clip it. That was bars. Come on, dude. That was bars. That was fucking bars. I don't even remember what the fuck I said. Genuinely don't even remember what the fuck I said, but it sounded good when it came out of my mouth. That's what she said. So clip everything, dude. Fuck, dude. I wish I need to, somebody clip that. I need to put that into like a tweet or something. Oh, God. Oh, this fucking mic stand pisses me off. One stream should feed your content for days, essentially. Essentially is what you're saying or going through. That's when if feels like a job. Wait, what do you mean? When what feels like a job? When you're streaming shit you don't enjoy and showing up and doing something in a mundane routine? Yeah, of course that's when it is. Or are you talking about the idea of, or are you talking about the idea of taking shit that you're into and then converting that into content? Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. Yeah. You're right. Streaming something you don't enjoy is when you basically you put yourself you traded one job for another. Yeah, you traded one job for another. Step 3 with that, build around the stream. Talk about the topics that turn into YouTube videos, shorts, and tweets and posts. Exactly like okay, great example. People all the time are like, I don't know what to tweet. So I just tweet my stream. Oh, you can't get into following over there. What I just said after the stream, I will take the clip, I will turn that into words, and that will be a tweet. That will be a post. I don't think you guys realize how many people will take vertical content, especially if it's like topic based, and they'll turn it into posts. A carousel for Instagram, which by the way, those pay out the fucking ass. I don't know. Instagram's weird. I had like Q1, like 12 or 14 million views, and I made no money off of the reels. I don't know how, like my bonuses for reels are just gone. It's just random. But like now I'm getting paid for posts, and some of my picture posts got pushed into the algorithm. And like it's so weird. It's so weird. But the idea is you should be clipping everything. You should be building content around the stream. You should be building the stream around the content. It should all have a natural ebb and flow, man. You talk about the topics, they turn into YouTube videos, they turn into shorts, they turn into your tweets and your posts, and ideas that you at first you're like, this would make a good YouTube video, this would make a good short, this would make a good tweet or post. You could also make into YouTube videos. The ebb and flow, man. Like so on my idea library list that I have in the creator operating system thing that I'm working on, I'm a ways away from. I'd like to get it out in Q2, by the way, for the people that know what I'm talking about. Rough summary. So some of the products that I make on the site, they're not just some like, oh, do this for this thing. I try to give actual shit where you can. Oh my God, Kale, appreciate the $2. Let me stay on this real quick. I try my best to not only just give like just some like do this thing. So in the creator and streamer blueprint, give me some vouchers in here, guys. I created an actual tool to keep people accountable, like an actual like daily checklist. Okay, do this, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, right? I'm working on an operator system thing to where you download this thing and you could use it in Excel, you could use it in Sheets. Basically, you'd create this idea list library where you're constantly putting down ideas. Because one of the biggest things that I talk about in the blueprint is if you can't note down an idea for a video, a hook, something in 10 seconds, that's a problem. The show of hands, how many times have you guys had a great idea while you're taking a shit, you're in the shower, you're about to smack one out, right? You're on the hub, you're about to smack one out, you're like, ooh, got a great idea. It's so good, I'll remember it later. No, you need to have a system to where you can just put it down because you'll forget about it, for sure. You'll forget about it. So it'd be a creator operating system to where you'd have an idea bank, you'd have the ability to rate things and organize things of where you'd put it. You'd have another page where you could focus on ideas, another page where you can focus on the production of one video, the process of posting, weekly goal or a weekly schedule, like when to post certain things, what to post. And it would just be this area where you can keep all your thoughts in one fucking place. All your thoughts in one place. And you could actually turn it into tangible content that you could create and help. So it's like a win-win. Essentially, the goal from it eventually, which is just not there yet. It's a little muddy right now. Oh, you guys see how excited I am to talk about this shit? These are things that I wish I had. But the idea is you don't lose an idea. You put it down somewhere. And from there, it almost, not even almost, the idea bank becomes your organization schedule. The idea bank is connected to the other tabs to where you literally can make the other videos and schedule content ahead of time to own your shit, man, to take yourself serious. It's weird, dude. In this space, like so many people want to make like fucking $1 million a year, but like you aren't willing to operate like a business that makes $1 million a year. I've never understood that. Never understood that. ChatGPT is great. Yeah. ChatGPT is great. But you know, Nemi, the idea would be, imagined, I use that a lot for like noting down ideas, organizing shit. Hey, so I got this, help me out real quick, put it on paper. So that way it's in order. And then I'll go back and I'll put it in the idea bank. But the idea of the creator operating system is your ideas live, you create hooks in there, hooks even live. So it's an idea bank, it's a hook bank. And through making this giant list, the other tabs, it's like, oh, you just select this for this. Okay, you got your weekly portion out. Monday, I want to do a short. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And you go into the tab. I don't feel like I should show you guys this. Is it bad to be, should I show you guys like, let me get a rough one out. I don't want to show you. I don't want you guys to see all the things that I'm doing. All right, let me do this real quick. I gotta switch over on TikTok. Okay, so here's the idea. Just a little bit, a little sneak. So like here would be your like weekly planner, right? So you have your start here, your information page. You have your idea bank. This is where like all your ideas go to live. You have your weekly planner. And this is where you could literally come in here and you can select out of your fucking shit what you would like to post. You can set goals, you can weekly starting, and you can actually keep track of these things. You have your video pipeline, you'd have your video workflow where you'd actually get in here and you would put together the video name you're working on. This would be more for long form. The idea linked where you can, again, select it from the list. You can do platform, content type, ownership. This is where it's a little too deep for all of you guys. So this is like team oriented. So like right now I'm working with an editor. So I'm testing this with this idea of like, okay, Grizz, give me time. What are you working on right now? What's your priority? What is result? Like you have this issue priority. Okay. I know that I've got to get to this. Does that make sense? This is where it's not there. It's just too much. I don't think the average person needs to have a workflow with an editor. I think you guys need to just have a workflow with yourself. Oh, and you have a dashboard to where you can actually see like your results. Holy shit. You have this many ideas. You use this many ideas. Here's how many active videos you have as a result. Here, like the process, you can categorize shit into scripting. You can categorize like where, okay, is this just an idea right now? Are you actually scripting this? Are you editing this? Or, okay, now it's used. That's done. But see, this is where some people go wrong. They use an idea and they remove it. And it's like, guys, do you know how many successful videos I've had over the years where I went back and did another video? And just having that in your idea, in the idea bank, once you use it, it does gray out, but it's still there. It still lives. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. This can all be done with paper and pencil. You're absolutely right. You're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the choir. And see, as a creator talking about some of this shit today, so where's it? Okay, case in point, Nami, as I'm trying to grow my creator side, content and everything, I need to be thinking about everything that I could offer. So I can offer you the digital stuff, but not all of you are digital. Some of you guys are like me. I really love this. I love this shit, man. Why am I using field notes? Why am I not making my own thing, dude? And this is how a lot of creators, like, even down to the content. Why are you trying, like streaming? Why are you trying to just do something somebody else does when you could take things you're into and you could provide your own way to something? I guess that's the deeper thought into what we're talking about clipping everything and building around your stream. Why are you going live playing Call of Duty when that's not what you would do on a Saturday morning during your personal time? Why are you not creating the very content and having a conversation about the very thing that just lights you up in life, dude? Why? And some people would say, well, what if it's my relationship? Do you guys realize how many people I follow on Instagram and TikTok to where that's literally what they've done? They love their relationship, their family so much that they just started sharing little bits and moments of their shit. And now they're fucking massive. Shout out to Danny and Allie, is it? Danny and Allie, right? Shout out to them. That's all it was. Danny loves gaming. I think it's Danny and Allie, right? God, I fucking hate. Yeah, Danny and Allie. Danny and Allie. Just recording their goofy shit. They just love their life, man. They just love each other, dude. Danny loves gaming and shit, and she's just like, I'm just gonna start fucking recording reactions of your shit. I just want to show the world what you do. And now they're fucking killing it, man. It's just, it's great. It's great. We'll get back to the points, the notes. So, building around the stream. Step 4, focus on reach, not hours, guys. Wait, did I not call her? No, it's Danny and Allie. Danny and Allie, right? Or am I not saying it correctly? A-L-Y, isn't it Allie? Right? Bingo. Because reality, a life that you love, things that you're genuinely into, even edited down for content for the best moments, it's addictive. Taking shit you're genuinely into and sharing it. And again, you'll get the trolls. You'll get people shitting on it. But like, if you're optimistic about it and you pay attention to the, like, I know we mess with the people a lot on here. And I know I mess with people on the comments, and I should do it better. I will say I am flawed in that, for sure. I give it too much attention. I do. But the reality is for the most part, you know, if I put out a YouTube video, I'm not one of those people where I overlook the fucking 20 positive comments for the one. I don't just ignore the 20 positive. I don't. And like, how addictive is it to take something you're genuinely into, talking about it to the fucking world and sharing that conversation to the world, and you're excited about continuously doing it. So step 4, focus on reach, not hours. A 2-hour stream plus clips is better than a 6-hour stream with nothing. No intention, no thought process. You're just there. Again, you're bored. Like, what a toxic fucking setup you're creating if you're just like, I don't know what to do in this 6-hour window every single day. I have nothing to do in this 6-hour window. I'm bored. So essentially, I just want to stream me being bored to people and hope that I get money from it. Personally, this is something that I had to change coming into the new year. I needed to cut my pay drastically from Kick and stream 3 times a week and actually grow and talk about shit that I'm into, then 7 times and stay stuck where I was. That was my pivot. That was my pivot. So this is where I have it noted to open up the floor around the topic. This isn't your opportunity to ask what camera and lens I'm using and my favorite flashlight. None of those things. Let's keep on topic here, talking about this. It's your guys' hour now. Sorry, this is why, like, so many people would like ask a question. It's like, I gotta fucking, if I stop fucking and answer every goddamn question during the way, especially because there's sometimes where I don't know how to answer it. I don't know the answer to everything. So then I got to like dissect it. I got to figure it out. We do that live all the time. A live hangout is not content creation. Oh yeah, it is. Wait, what? A live hangout is absolutely content creation, depending on how you depict it and your end result from it. I'd say right now we're hanging out now, and I could easily create content from this, generate ideas, clip something as a response. I could be clipping exactly right now you saying that live hangouts with your community is not content, and turn this into content. Y'all don't need to take advice from a dude that can barely keep up with 50 people on God. I'd be more curious of the idea how somebody who's only streaming to 50 people is somehow managing to generate 6 figures from it. That'd be the more inspiring side for me, but sure, man. Yeah, low hanging fruit. We'll let you go there. Appreciate you, D4. As much as I love watching your streams, love hanging out and getting great information, but I agree with cutting down the streams. Yeah, I'm trying to do a better job at that, Joe. I'm trying to do a better job at that. I'll try to create a topic and create like, hey, this is what we'll talk about today. And then like along the way, somebody will bring up something that like I like to talk about. Hey, let's talk about a camera. Let's talk about lighting. I'm like, fuck, man. I need to stay on topic. And because like, especially with YouTube, you can stay on topic in a certain window and then get out of it. And then like after the stream's done, you cut that portion right there. That's the VOD. And then you have this open window. And this, I'm trying to make a better note of this. Like, let's keep shit for the end of the stream. This is where I'm opening it up. Pink, I encourage people. AI is okay. It's just not there. I tried Opus. It's just, I don't know, man. Anybody else kind of agree with me? It's just not there yet. It can clip a lot of stuff and you can find a couple things in there, but nothing is better than setting up a system yourself to where you know exactly what you got. Like click of a button, boom, got it. And what I even try to do sometimes is, even if something happened in stream, I'll try to note down a video that I can make from the content. So it's not necessarily like I'm even taking live content and turning it into content. I've done this actually a lot. If you guys haven't noticed, I'll take a live comment from stream and I'll turn it into a video later on. Here's something weird. I've wanted to make pro wrestling related content for a long time, but also since I'm also just wrestling, I don't want to ruffle feathers. Wait, what do you mean? The one button as in grabbing the clip or grabbing the clip. Yeah. Or you could set it up for stream workers too, if you're on YouTube. Does Twitch have stream workers? Opus and Nexus, I find cuts a lot out. You may want, but won't see unless you do it yourself during, right. I like the idea of setting up a system to where you know you get like the meat and bone that you want. So that way you're not like, God, I hope Opus clipped. There's just one moment that I'd really like to share, like a hot take or something. I really hope Opus understands to clip that. I don't like that. Does that make sense? AI for cutting all silences in recording, yes. Make your YouTube short, nah. Wait, what do you mean? I love going live, but I have a hard time posting my stuff. Why is that? Like you have a hard time finding the stuff to post, or you have a hard time getting yourself to just hit post? Yeah, but the Twitch clips suck, dude. And like pulling from them, I also should preface with that too. I like to have the quality. I personally like to have the quality too. That's why like people are like confused as to why I'm multi-streaming to TikTok and using a camera vertical dedicated to TikTok. It's actually a win-win. If I want to clip something and have it in vertical and have it ready to go, it's there. So like right now I can click. I have on my stream deck. Okay. Let me just, before I show you guys this. Okay. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Don't even mention it. And once you see it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But anyways, so this is my stream deck. Shut up. Shut up. I get it. 50,000 buttons with only fucking 6 programmed. So I got my intros. I got my screens. I got my main chat. I have my chatting. I got my watch. And then over here, I have a horizontal clip button to where I clip this. It automatically captures from stream X amount of seconds or minutes of a horizontal clip. And I have a vertical clip button. I use this time to time. Just for like automation idea, quick response. And then I got my play and my next. So like this is something that I heart. And this is like for the consulting question, like this is, especially Sham, because I think we're going to have a session, but, this is something like, this is what I suggest for consulting. Hey, I already got a following. I want to start posting more stuff, but I don't understand the OBS stuff. Okay, well that's a good call. If you feel like paying for an hour for me to come in and just help you set that shit up, we check your PC, what your PC build is, what can your setup actually handle? Okay, well what can we optimize in your OBS to be able to actually stream and record at the same time? Okay, well let's do that. I don't like pulling from Kick and Twitch. The Kick clips, the Twitch clips, because you got a 1080p video that's horizontal, and then you got to crop in, and it just looks shitty, dude. It just looks shitty, man. But the thing is, you don't have to do what I do. It's very crucial to say that. You're not, that's where like, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm right. That's not about a right or wrong. You don't have to have a stream setup like mine. This is just what I like to cultivate. It's just what I want for my shit. This is how I want to provide the shit because I have experience in it. It's a preference. I want to have this dark, moody scene. I want to use a cinematic look because this is why I started picking up a camera in the first place. I wanted to get better at these things. And then I started working for companies. I started working for brands. I started working for creators. I started making stuff myself. And this is a way that I can take what I love about video production and put it into my stream too. So with that, I don't want to just take a clip off of Twitch clips, man. I just don't want to do that, dude. Fuck that, man. That's fucking going to be low quality, dude. For me. Now, could you guys take something from Twitch clips and cut it down? Sure. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah, dude, Rob, there's a lot of great entry-level Sony cameras, man. One of the fucking best ones I still recommend to this day is it used to be the A6500, now it's the A6600. They're only like, what, a few $100s? I mean, I guess maybe they've gone up since. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh my God, I still can't breathe. Dude, anybody down south fucking fighting for their life with pollen right now? Jesus fucking Christ. How much is the Sony A6600? Oh, well, I'm on a... Okay, let's disconnect from that. Let's try that again. Oh, dude, it's so bad right now. Oh my God. You have fun. Okay, so you guys that are dealing with bad pollen, do you guys live closer to a city? Have you guys ever heard the fun fact about that? Maybe this is fake. Oh God, not the A6600. Is it the A6000 or A6100? Yeah, I'm in Charlotte. Okay, so specifically Charlotte. The reason why pollen is so bad around Charlotte is because people are fucking stupid. And so Crystal, that's why. So a reason why pollen has gotten so worse around cities and around forestry services is because there's something about male trees with somebody can look deeper into this, but there's something about so there's like a male female versions of trees and something about male trees, like they bloom earlier or something. There's a bigger service where people want to, these services use male versions of trees more. What happens when you have an overabundance of male trees versus female? You get more fucking cummies. You get more pollens. The overabundance with male trees out of these servicing of tree service is what creates the idea. Drop the pollen, female trees drop the fruit. Right. Pollen has nowhere to go besides in our fucking nose. And then we can't fucking breathe. So yeah, A6100 is... It's looking like $850 new. That's still kind of expensive. Do they still make the A6000? I don't. You can still buy them. You can buy them renode for $600. The point being is, yeah, there's a lot of entry level. Somebody help me out here, because again, I don't fucking know everything. What is the best entry level Sony camera that would have some kind of HDMI? What is the best entry level Sony camera? Is there like a ZV something that has like a built-in lens? ZV1 VF. Let me see. ZV. All right. Z1 VF. So that's 600. Compact point and shoot. So would you guys, or is it ZVE10? Which one's cheaper? Oops. By the way, guys, I got a teleprompter coming in. Excited for that. So it looks like the ZVE10 is probably because it's probably your best, cheapest lens camera option, but it looks like, yeah, your cheapest one, $600 with a built-in lens, everything. ZV1F. Anybody use that for stream? I'm going with the newer one. It's like $200. I'll give it a test. I'll let you guys know how it is. Is it good? You know what I should do? I should get one of these cameras. I should do a budget setup. Would you guys like that? Would that make a good YouTube video? I should get... I'm going to note that down. Actually, we'll put it in my idea bank. Cocksuckers. You little cocksuckers. Let go idea bank. Here we go. The spank bank. I think a budget... I think it'd be good to budget stream setup. I think it'd be good if we went to Amazon. What budget should we put? Maybe $1,000 budget. Dude, appreciate you, dude. Thanks for the $5 super chat. You're an amazing speaker. For those of us using streams to get better at expressing ideas, what advice would you give beginners? For those of us using streams to get better at expressing ideas, what advice? This is it's a psychological fuck. I just put a video on this. As much as chat is like different people, I really try to encapsulate like the idea that I'm talking to one person. And I think when I create a feeling that I'm just like talking to the one creator that's trying to figure things out, maybe could take something from me and I can be helpful. It just makes it easier to be more passionate about that. I think that's what you're trying to ask. Maybe not necessarily like the expressing the ideas of like, but like, being able to talk about it, right? Being able to show like emotion and interest. And is that what you're kind of asking? Is that where you're kind of going out with it? Extreme budget setup. But what is an extreme budget? What price should we be looking at for extreme? Should we be looking at like $1,000? And by the way, for that, I'm talking camera, lighting, microphone. Under $500 would be tough, man. I'm talking about like $1,000 camera, lighting, microphone setup. $500 would be tough to do all three, because essentially you'd probably looking about $100 for the mic, about $50 to $100 for the light. It means you get a $200 to $300 budget on a camera. I mean, it's not impossible. It's definitely not impossible. I know that Osmo bot is pretty fucking good. I need a starter. Ooh, you know how? No, this is how we do a long form video. So like, okay, it's good to note this while we're doing it live. We're doing it live, motherfuckers. So no, here's what we actually do. So what we want to do is we want to turn this into a long form video. So budget stream setup, long form video, but we want to make it as long as possible, obviously, right? Because watch time is like the watch time and retention, but we want to do that intentionally. So, but you guys are saying that $500, like a lot of you guys are saying $500 would be like the big thing for you. So we lean into both. What we do is we create a budget stream setup video, budget stream setup, and we do both. We use the $500 for clickbait, but it's not really clickbait because we're going to talk about it. But then so what we do is we give a setup for under $500, and then we give what I would suggest for creators for $1,000. Thoughts? And then, so basically we create two conversations out of one. Because at that point, there's no point to make another video of 1,000 and then make another video of a 1,500. We knock down two in one. So we use the budget straight, and see, this is the manipulation tactic, by the way, that I'll just be transparent. So what I will actually do is I will use the $1,000 setup for the thumbnail and the pretty much the quality of recording. I guess that would be, because it would be better if I actually recorded the entire video on the thing, right? Obviously. Because it just packs so much more punch if I'm saying, and most people are going to say, oh, of course your setup looks good, you're still recording on this. And it's like, for today, I decided to record on $1,000 setup. So everything that you see today only costs $1,000, right? So that'd be good to do. But then what we also do is we showcase the $500 one too. Yeah. So we don't waste your time. We do $500 version. So all in, my cost for this is going to be $1,500-ish. I think we could do it. I think we could make a pretty solid budget stream setup video, invest $1,500 into it. I'll have extra camera gear. Maybe we'll do a giveaway after. Maybe I'll pick somebody that got one of the blueprints and we'll give it away to a customer. Then it's a win-win-win-win. Let me filter these right now. God damn, dude, I can't fucking breathe. So there'll be long form. What would you guys rate this? 1 to 10? I think this is going to be an 8. I think this is a banger idea. This is true. So this is the system that I said I'm building. So I'm filling all this out right now. So this is an idea. It gets an idea ID, budget stream setup. The hook is $500 to $1,000 stream setup. It's going to be YouTube. It's going to be long form. I'd give it a rating of 8. Like I bet this actually does pretty well, and it's going to be an idea face, and this will be something that we can put together. Yeah, man, I actually did think about it might be a 9. It might be a 9. I'm gonna put a 9 too, and then that way, like when I'm working with my editor, we can go on the list and be like, oh, dude, we got to get this going, dude. This is a 9 score. Like we got to put this out. Oh, yeah, that would be super easy. That'd be super easy to do, Scrap. Scrap said, especially if you can... Here, I'm going to do this, too. Sorry about this. You guys can't read the multi-chats. Scrap said, especially if you cut it side by side on the same screen. Yeah, that would be huge impact. And then I can even make... I'm going to put vertical version down of this, too. Because think about that. I can say... So I can... Oh, dude. Oh, yep. Here we go. Budget, stream... setup comparison. So here's what we'll do. I'll make a vertical splits. That's the hook. That will be the hook from the vertical. So let me do, this will be multi-platform. I'll do short form content. This is a 10 out of idea from this, because this is just going to impact hard. So what we'll do with this, so we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. I'm live streaming right now. I'm live streaming with intent. I'm creating narrative, conversation about something I'm into. And from this stream, I'm generating ideas and content from this. And it's not even just taking content from this stream. We're taking conversation from this, which I do all the time, and I'm making it into content. So then what we'll do outside of the long form video that we'll make, talking about a budget stream setup, $500 setup, $1,000 setup, I'll be able to make 2 verticals out of this to where silent, which those do really well. You're essentially using the hook of what's on screen to get people to stop. So we'll just do silent. I'll just do like a pose, a couple poses like this. So what I'll do is I will set up side by side my $7,500 camera setup and the $300 camera setup. Or whatever one I go with. We got to figure that one out. What are some good cams under $300? The only thing I can think of is that, is it called Osbot? That one's pretty fucking good. Is it that one? What up, Fluff? How much is that one? Osbot 2 lights. How much is that? Oh, fuck yeah. Wait, what? The Osbots are only $200? What? Bro, I've seen the results of these. These are good cameras. And before I go this route, you can control. It's not just, some cams are full auto. Can you control the exposure meter with that? I don't want the camera to be like, let me assess the room and I'll balance everything. I need to have full control. Oh my God. Yeah, this is going to be a banger video. Yeah, dude. Well, that's what I'm thinking, Tim. We might be able to even clickbait it more and go 400. Interesting. What microphone do you think we should represent in this? The first thing I was thinking was the Wave. Oh, that's why. I'm logged into the wrong... Oh, excuse me. God damn it. I'm so bad at that. I have GERD, so I burped, dude. What the fuck was it called? Wave Link? Isn't it called the Elgato Wave Link? Elgato Wave Link. That's probably, the Rode Pod mic's pretty good because they got a USB version now, don't they? Because that's what I'm thinking. You in order to really do this, you gotta do no interface. You got to do no interface. What up, T-Ray? What's up, baby? Well, I want to use something that's reputable. Let's go Rode Pod Mic USB. They have a USB version now, right? Ooh, that might go out of budget, guys. $220. That's. I'm think. Wait. Hello? Wait, what? Is this refurbished? Wait, guys, is the Shure MV6 the USB version? Is that really only $170? The new Wave 3 is only $119. I really feel like Elgato is probably the best way to go. Elgato Wave 3, you said? Oh, yeah, we'd probably have to go with the Elgato Wave 3. What's up, Buddha? I think we'd have to go with the Elgato Wave 3. Because it's new, it's up to date, probably has their latest technology, I would assume, right? Yeah, so you go 119 for that. You go 176 for the micro or for the camera. You're at $300. I mean, dude, we could make $400 budget. We could actually probably go $400 budget with this. I'm not gonna lie. I think maybe for video's sake we just stick with 500. But I mean, if I end up getting them for 400, we'll just go 400. So yeah, that's what we do. So what we do now is we'll make a long form video. We'll clickbait. We'll get the click in from this, and then for more established people, we'll buy a little bit more expensive of a setup, and do that. Like what I would suggest for $1,000, and then with that, that's where we probably lean into the Rode. Probably do we'll do the Sony camera that some of you guys suggested. Lighting, it really isn't that expensive, man. All you need is a LED light where you can control temperature and a softbox. And you can find a combination of that for like $150. What are you spamming for? Oh. See, you just can't fucking trust anybody. You can't. Oh, I never turned it on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I never turned it on. My apologies. We'll do this. Sorry. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. You can't have any fun on Kick, man. You can't have any fun on Kick. You can't. 3 years out and we still don't have, like... what are you doing? It is what it is. Anyways. Yeah, we'll do that now. We'll do that. All right, let's stick on before I end out, because I gotta get my shit going before I got a meeting at 1 o'clock with a client. So okay, let's open the board, boys. Let's try to stick with the topic of what we're talking about today. But yeah, I'm trying to do a better job at this. I just got the newer teleprompter too, so I'll be good. What do you think the best platform to stream on? I'm getting started myself. I mean, I just think multi-streaming is, I think, just the most important thing personally. If you were to just go on paper based off of what the tools that the platform provides, like all platforms in general, I would have to argue that YouTube is the #1 place. If you're just picking one place, if you're picking one place to go live, YouTube has to be the best. It just has to be. No other platform offers everything that they offer in one package, in one place. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Now, some people could articulate, it's hard, it's this or that. It doesn't matter. If all the question is, what's the best place one place to stream? It's got to be YouTube. Yeah, I need to look into a different chat bot. I probably need to look into yours. Live streams feels like a trap to trick your brain into thinking you're being productive. Yeah. If you start making videos shorts, what metric do you use to know when to go live on a regular schedule? Ooh, that's a good question, dude. First off, that first line was big. Live streaming feels like a trap to trick your brain into thinking you're being productive. It is. That was the trap that I got myself in on Kick over these last few years. And it's also, oh man, it manipulates you too, because this is where a lot of streamers can't transition out of content because it fucks with them, because they think if they're not live, they're not making money. And it even fucks with me. Some of these days, actually it just happened this week. I'm like, man, I'm not being productive. I got to be doing something. I got to be doing more. And then next thing you know, a brand deal, the other day, a brand deal got paid out into my account. The revenue that my website generated in a couple days I hit a spike for a couple days. It was insane. And what else? Something else came through. But either way, that 2-day pay period replaced an entire month's worth of streaming. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like dude, it fucks with you. It fucks with you. That's another thing with going live every day. You're creating this unhealthy habit that if you're not live, you can't physically generate revenue. It's just not true. It's not true. It's just not true. I stream daily, but I also post 56 shorts a week. Yeah, I mean, it's not to say that you can't stream daily. Yeah. It's just for the average person, the idea that you have to be live all those hours is just false. It hurts you. It hurts a vast majority of people than helps. A vast majority. Guys, you can always find outliers. Listen to this, okay? I just had a conversation yesterday, or not a conversation. I responded to a comment and then read it and consumed it. And this is the point. When you're giving advice, when you give general information, you have to separate the reality of the weird variables. So yesterday I put out this video where I'm like, I would never suggest a content creator to go full time without having these things. And I got pushback from somebody who only focuses on one thing. And one of the things that I mentioned in my video was multiple streams of revenue. And they're like, I do really good with UGC and I want full time with UGC. And I was like, okay, that's great. If UGC went away tomorrow, are you good? Would you be stressed? And I want you to answer that without saying UGC would never go away. And his answer said everything. Okay, well, you're an outlier. His answer was, well, I'm in a situation where my wife is the breadwinner, so I could just focus on my creative side and I could afford to take the hit. Okay, you're a variable. I can't give advice on you being a variable. Not everybody's wife is the breadwinner. Not everybody has a fucking wife. You can't give advice and information to the average populace on the idea of, hey guys, just take a risk in content creation because your wife can make money. See how that works? It doesn't work that way. And people have different goals. I don't want my wife to work. We want her to leave her job. I want to become way more sustainable so we don't have to fucking even have her to work. I've been trying to get her to quit her job for years. She don't want to listen yet. It is what it is. People don't realize there's exceptions, not the rules. Right. Well, and it's like so many people would say, okay, Biggie, you say you don't go live every day. What if I miss my opportunity on blowing up from it? What if there's a chance that I could just blow up from my streams without creating content with what if there's just a chance where every day just the right people find me? Yeah, it's very valid. Very valid. I don't read TikTok chat. Why? Why would you say that? So You only said one thing a second ago. For real, I got my TikTok gifts yesterday and got 8 cents for the 34 hours of streaming I did. So because I didn't directly respond to that thing, I don't read TikTok chat or what? But anyways, back to the outlier idea. Sure, there's a statistical chance that you could just go live all day, every day, and just fucking somehow blow up from it. Just blow up from it. There's a chance. There's also a chance for you to win the lottery too. I think statistically speaking, you probably have a higher chance. In your opinion, what are the minimum days a person should stream a week? Again, so because I didn't answer that right away, I didn't. You proved my point, but I hope the best for you and your path. Man, you get really emotional really quick. You're very needy. You must have a strong relationship with your mother, which is very good, but I'm not your mom, okay? The stream is not about you. So if you can take 2 seconds to me not respond to an individual person, that'd be fine. That'd be great. I think everybody would here would be fascinated with having some patience. Some patience. Jerry, because Drewski wants to make sure I answer your question so directly. In your opinion, what's the minimum days a person should stream a week? Whatever days that you could be intentional. Bro's very defensive. No, I'm just responding to somebody that's very needy. It's very different. I have an 18-month-old child, and you're way more needy than him. So, and by the way, maybe I get it. You're on one platform. I am multi-streaming right now. If you look at my other chat, I have 4 chats in one. I'm trying my best to just talk to chat. Okay? Just trying my best to actually talk to chat. Okay? No, it's not that people asking questions are needy. It's that you think that I'm not talking to other people. And the neediness comes that I didn't answer your direct thing with a 2-second window. That's your neediness. Is the one outperforming the other chats? YouTube and TikTok are pretty consistent, I'd say. A little patience. I'm not arguing with somebody that streams with this view. Well, you are. I mean, the definition of the argument is actually going back and forth. My biggest problem is that I'm pretty slut video editing, and I like to dedicate a day to fully editing. That's good. Oh, I was like, wait. Well, I kind of picked up what you were saying because you like, I just perceived this idea of like slut was. Well, sorry. Okay, you're pretty slow at video editing. Pretty slow at video editing. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Gotcha. Don't call us chat like everyone else does. I mean, you are chat. And that's the best way to talk to you guys as a collective, is looking at you guys as a chat. That's what helps make it make sense. To like, this is answering that question that the person just gave a little bit ago. It helps by me calling you a person, a chat. It helps with the interaction. It's like, don't take offense to it. But my biggest problem is that I'm slow video editing, and I'd like to dedicate a day fully. Yeah, I mean, and you should. You batch shoot, you batch edit. It's good. I like to do the same view for my reaction channel. I like to do the same view for my reaction channel. In which way? What do you react to? Just anything on the internet? Weak, high energy, but should I sacrifice one day for editing? So you only get 3 days a week out of your typical schedule. And you're asking if you should just only stream 2 days and put 1 day for editing. I mean, it's not a bad play. By the way, I think it's good that you're doing what you just said. I'm trying to stream 3 days a week, high energy. Dude, that's another thing people go wrong with the streaming daily, is they try to, dude, people are wired to only have so much energy. They really, really are. And like, it's good that you notice, like, I can only be myself these X amount of days. And I want to be myself these X amount of days. Does that make sense? I'm trying to get 52 streams in a year. It's not a bad goal. That's not a bad goal at all. But yeah, I mean, dude, you don't. Okay, so here's the reason why I would say maybe you should try that for a few weeks. Try it for a month. Yeah, if you're like, I'm a slow editor, but I want to dedicate a day for editing. and I only have 3 days. I think you need to switch the mentality that because you'd be spending that day editing, you're not doing something. You're not getting result. I would actually argue that long term in 12 months, you're doing more by taking that day off because you said you're slow right now and it takes you a day to edit. But there can be a point where because over the next couple of months, you take that full day to edit, you learn shortcuts, you learn optimizing, you learn, oh, fuck. You know what? Now that I think about it, if I, while I was live, recorded a video in a certain way, it wouldn't take me as long to edit. This is why I'm talking about in the streamer and creator blueprint, setting yourself up for less work, taking time now to structure your shit for less work in the future. It's a huge move for so many creators. I can't tell you the amount of time people waste in process not learning shortcuts in editing. Like, it takes you a full day. The reality is like at a certain point, it's not going to take you a full day to edit your videos anymore. You'll get better. You'll become way more efficient through the process of learning and getting better. So in a 6-month time frame of you doing less streaming now, but being more intentional and learning your craft on the editing side, 1, you can become faster on your shit. 2, now you get better at a service you can sell to other people. And this is where I don't get where a lot of creators don't look at this. I can't tell you out of the years how many very good content creators I've seen that like are good at video editing or good at motion design. They put time and energy into their shit and they don't hustle that output to somebody else. So there's a period where like you can become a good editor for you, right? And you can pick up like a talent, and then you can, while you're hustling your brand, you can sell that talent. It's what I've done over the years. That's what I've done over the years. It astronomically helped me. And I don't know why people discredit that so much, or maybe don't think about it. Maybe that's what it is. Do you guys think maybe people don't think about it? And okay, but sorry, I know I'm rambling down a different path. I'm trying to generate an idea from the conversation. But what I'm trying to talk about is over the years, as I've been a content creator and I've been like, okay, here's things I need to do to edit videos faster for me. Here's how I need to make my videos more entertaining. Here's graphics I should do for me to make my shit more this or that. Throughout the years, I've never slept, especially when I was on the come up, I'd never slept on an opportunity to leverage what I'm doing shit for myself to make money for other people. This, like, okay, case in point, one of my best brand deals I ever had years ago. So I was with this company, I was sponsored by them, and I got a $2,500 a month brand deal. And the reason why I got that brand deal was instead of just being like, give me $1,000 a month to just represent your brand and put you on stream, I offered an incentive on that. Well, I know if you're sending me product and you're helping me continue to be full-time and you're giving me stability, I know I can take time out of my month and give you some pretty dope content. Not just content from me, but also like I, as a creative, can have fun and take product shots of your shit. So I incorporated that in my package. So for 3 years, I was under a brand deal that some creators with 1 million subscribers on their social media were not under. I was on a $2,500 a month brand deal where all I had to do was put their shit in all my stuff. So they were gaining attention off of the traffic and shit that I was creating. I obviously pushed the code and helped promote sales. But also on top of that too, while I was including them in my content, I was also creating content specifically for them. I don't know why people sleep on this. As you get better at growing your own brand and creating content for yourself, you start to learn a tool and you guys start to learn marketing that you can give to other people. It's insane. It's insane, the potential. Now, I will say a lot of that's going to be closing in the next couple of years with AI, but even in itself, like this is the big picture thing I'm trying to get you guys to understand. There's so many brands, companies, creators that have no idea how to implement AI into anything. And some of you guys in here that are learning how to use Claude, You're learning how to use ChatGPT. You're learning how to use fucking what's the video generating one? You're learning Midjourney. You're learning all these things to help you. You guys are going to have a huge opportunity in this next year to implement systems of how you use AI to sell AI services to other people. Why would that be closing? Because there's going to be a time in the next 3 years where a brand no longer needs to say, hey, Allie in chat is not only got a following, but they're also good at product shots and shit. They could provide content for us that we can use on our website because they're just going to be able to outsource all that shit to AI in a second. Well, this is why a lot of like, if you don't understand, like over the last few years, a lot of brands went down like the rendering route. And so I know a couple motion guys, motion designers, that they started working for energy drink companies. And what they would do is the energy drink company would hire this guy to create motion work and render their products. And then they forever have an unlimited idea of where they can put their product anywhere and render it in different situations and scenarios. So you don't necessarily have to use a photographer for different product shots. Brands do this all the time, by the way. They've been doing it for years. Well, now there's going to be a point in the next few years where now the motion designers cut out. People rendering the photos are cut out because you're going to be able to tell it a prompt, give AI all your product shots and shit, and AI will be able to generate what image you fucking want, man. But in and of itself, there's going to be a service where these brands aren't going to know how to talk to AI and use AI workflow, and they're going to need to pay the people to do that. So thus creates another opportunity for a lot of you guys. I mean, I think it was Gary Vee in that video said, you know, this is just kind of talk about the doomsday shit. I don't know. Obviously, a lot of us weren't around for this, but when the electricity came out, a large amount of people were freaking out because they thought it was the devil's work. And now, like, you couldn't imagine a day in your life without electricity. There's always opportunity for shit. AI workflow specialists will be a multi-billion-dollar industry. Yes, that's basically what I'm getting at. But there's still a window. I'd say this year you guys would still be good in doing these things. So for the individual saying, should I take less time to stream and figure out more time to editing? Yeah, because you are creating a skill set. You're not only making work easier for you, you're creating a skill set for yourself that you can offer to other people. I mean, guys, how many of you guys, show of hands, how many of you guys have over the last 2 years obsessed about your streaming software? Obsessed over it. You've learned Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, the best way to optimize for this and that. And you've obsessed over the right settings to get the best bit rate for this and that. And you're knowledgeable in this now. You're knowledgeable at the bit rate, roughly the bit rate areas. I'm not talking about general. I'm talking, there's only a couple guys in here that are tech nerds with this shit. Well, you have a degree with it. You're biased. We're throwing you out the window. You have a degree. But what I'm saying is I even take consulting calls now because there are people, creators, brands that are at the point now where they just need to show up and go live or show up and talk about their products and show up and create content. And they don't have time to figure out the best optimization to set up their OBS software to be able to multi-stream, to be able to record and stream at the same time. They have no fucking idea what they're doing. And they don't have time to go into YouTube and watch a week's worth of tutorials and figure it the fuck out. And we're kind of at that point still where ChatGPT is very general based. It's not situational based. So it'll give a lot. If you're not completely detailed with your exact setup, what you're trying to achieve, the issues and stuff, AI will give you some bad settings. I guarantee I'm not the only one in here that we could sit down for a few $100s and figure out what somebody's gaming setup is, streaming setup is, and within an hour and a half have all their shit set up ready to go. I guarantee some of you guys are smart enough in here to do that. And here's the thing. There's creators, brands, entrepreneurs. They pay people like that. It's why I have consulting on my website. I don't just consult with the idea of like talking social media. I consult to help people with their setups. I consult to help people with their lighting and whatnot. And some of you guys have that skill set, man. While you're growing your brand, you could be working with other people. The biggest example is talking about the editing stuff, man. It's one of the lowest hanging fruits that I see so many people sleep on. You're trying to become a better editor for you and your streaming content, and you do become one. And maybe you don't have the following yet, but there are people with followings that need editors. I just had somebody come in, fuck, man, I overlooked their shit because we were talking about a topic. But somebody with a large YouTube channel, god damn it, who was it? Somebody with a large YouTube channel that was verified came in about an hour ago and was like, how the fuck do I find an editor? There's a market, guys. There's a fucking market. And we get asked that probably a few times a week. Where do I find an editor? Where do I find an editor? There are content, you guys got to realize, there are content creators making $5,000, $10,000 a month willing to invest $2,000 to $3,000 in editors every single month. There are people out there, guys. So if you ask me, should you stream less and get better at editing? Yeah, it's a win fucking win. It's a win-win. Well, you understand that concept, Robin. Not everybody understands that. Guys, okay. Listen to what I'm about to tell you, Robin, and you'll get this. Anybody will. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that would be willing to edit for work. There's a lot of people out there that need work, right? And you would think that those gaps would automatically close. So then from creator perspective, you actually don't reach out to people. From an editor perspective, you don't actually reach out to people. Because people miss the reality that all it is just cold calls. It's just reaching out to motherfuckers and offering your services. That's all it is. And the point with this is there are still every other fucking day new fitness coaches making bank off of fitness plans. There's more information out there than fucking ever. There's more coaches out there than ever that can tell you how to lose weight. But yet every single day you still have motherfuckers like, I just have no idea how to lose weight. I have no fucking idea what I need to do. There's a plethora of information. So it's good to have that mindset in the world of content creation and business on either side, because there is always going to be an opportunity, because we just don't fathom the amount of people online. It's the fear of being rejected. Well, as well, if I'm not wrong, it is. So that's why somebody actually asked us the other week. They were like, I don't think it's important that you put, I got feedback on the the streamer blueprint. I got feedback on the streamer blueprint. And they're like, the only thing that gives me anxiety is you put in the reaching out to brands. And they're like, I don't feel comfortable doing that because a brand's ignoring me or rejecting me. It makes me feel like a loss. And I, in the nicest way, try to respond to them. And I'm like, good. You need to experience consistent failure in reaching out, because you don't need every brand to give you money. You need the one brand with a pocketbook to give you the money. And the only way you're going to bypass the editors that are bad, the only way that you're going to bypass the creators that don't want your editing services and ignore you, is by continuously reaching out. Cold calls, constantly being ignored. You just got to keep doing it, man. And that's what you do with brands. That's why it's a drastic part of building structure. It is important in 90 days of continuously showing up and building a foundation to being a creator that you learn to be told no, that somebody doesn't take you serious. Well, figure out why. I reached out to a brand this week and they said no. Why did they say no? Oh, well, your metrics don't align with this right now. Well, what metrics are those? Oh, so if I get this, it's part of the game. I get ignored as well for sponsors and stuff, but you get used right there. You get used to it, man. You get used to it. Not only do you get used to it, you understand that it's just part of the gig, man. Every time someone says no or they ignore you, it's not failure. It's a learning moment. Yeah. The worst thing is when somebody just doesn't even respond. Of course. Because like you got nothing to learn from it. But if a company actually responds and says, you're just not at a point where we'd like to work with, figure out why. Okay, why did they not want to work with you? We're just not looking for traffic right now. We're looking for more creators where we get like return, like a real relationship. And then think, if you didn't respond as to, well, may I ask why you don't want to work together? What can I improve on? You don't know if you can open up a discussion where you didn't lean into something else. Like I said, will the 90-day blueprint work for someone who hasn't started posting content or streaming yet? Yeah, but this is where I always get the confusion of people asking streamer versus creator. If you're in that position and you're not consistently streaming and that's not your entire identity, I think for somebody like you, I argue that focusing on being a creator first is better. If you're not in you got to understand, a vast majority of the people that I talk to in these streams, they've already developed the habit of streaming so often. And some people are even like full all in, full time scrounging for scraps. They have no option, Damien. Like no option. They have to get streaming to work and they have to convert into being a content creator because they got to figure it out or they're going to have to get jobs again. And I argue that for a lot of those people, they should just get an additional job again. I do. I give that advice to full-time content creators all the time. Take the burden off of your content needing to pay your bills. It's creating a toxic fucking environment for you to be live. But if you're in the position where you don't currently have a routine and everything's idea-based, you're like, I want to get into, I stream 3 days a week, 3 hours a day for the past 4 months. I was asking for a friend. Okay, well, if you're talking for a friend, they haven't started off in anything yet. And they're like, I want to get into this world. Create content first. Create content first, brother. Create content first, build a community off of that, then look at incorporating streaming as a tool down the line, as a way to connect with your audience and build that relationship more. I used to be full-time, but that drained me. I just went part-time and used the other time for me. Good. I'd argue the dream setup for a lot of creators is actually having stability and something else that they can at least deal with. This is what I just talked with a content creator lately, full-time. She's been full-time for a while, mainly kicking Twitch. And I gave her the advice. I'm like, look, I don't know your financial situation, but I'm telling you right now, if you're stressing about going live every day and you don't have the content game figured out yet to where you're not generating an audience in the shit you want to be doing and you're just streaming shit you feel like you have to do, which is what they were saying. What you should consider is go get a job you enjoy. Just go get a job that you enjoy. You like coffee, go work at a coffee shop. If you're a late nighter and you like the bar scene, go get a fucking bartending job. Get something you only work a few days a week. You can get some good tips. You can make some good extra little side cash. Let that be a foundation. Let it take the burden off of like, I gotta go live today. I gotta make money, man. What's the fastest way I make money? If that becomes your constant thought process in streaming, you will burn out so fucking quick. You put too much pressure on your audience, man. Have you guys seen one sub goal today? Have any of you guys seen one sub goal today? Have any of you guys asked me for any, let me reverse that. Have any of you guys heard me ask for gifteds? Hey guys, make sure if you find this content valuable, you're dropping your primes, you're dropping your sub. Have you guys heard me spiel? Be honest. Don't be a fucking troll. Be honest. No, I haven't said it one fucking time today. Not one time. There's power in not needing to do that, dude. It feels fucking good. It feels great, man. It's powerful. I just go live. We get to hang out. We get to shoot the shit. Banter a little bit. Poke the bear, if you would. Just hang out, man. Sir Fluffy. We got two Fluffies in here. I don't know if you're as hung and handsome as the other Fluffy. Shout out to Fluff. If you guys seen Fluff here in a second go on YouTube, that's been one of my ride or dies, man. Dude was watching me on Twitch in 2017. G, man. A G. Nope. Also, I haven't seen you advertise your brand deals either. Yeah, well, good thing is I don't have to right now. I'm not in a place where I'm doing that. I'm negotiating with a couple. I'm trying to lock in a nicotine pouch company, and I don't want to work with energy drinks anymore. I got a code. I'll bring you behind the scenes of it. Here we go. I like the transparency. I like to bring you guys where I am in the process of building things. If you guys don't know, I do a weekly vlog series called Building in Public. So if you ever want to watch deeper shit, LC gang, but if you guys ever want to watch deeper shit of how I bring you guys into a lot of shit. I'm pretty transparent. Subscribe to the YouTube. That's a free thing to do. Just if you want to check out the vlogs, I uploaded one yesterday. Okay. But these are the things that I typically talk about in my vlogs. So I don't want to work with a caffeine energy drink sponsor anymore. I had one for years. It was very good money. The thing is, complete transparency, it was just fake, man. I don't drink energy drinks like that. The things that I do drink, coffee, water, and I do drink ketones now, especially going through the weight loss and shit. So I started drinking Roman Atwood's drink company, Roman and Cletus, Kinetic, right? So first stage is we've talked a couple times. I like their product. I actually consume it. I'm about to have one now because I'm still fasting. It's natural. Their shit is in my house regardless of a deal. But I went to them and I said, do you guys have a code I can get right now for my audience so I can at least get something? Yes, we do. Here you go. It's actually, I don't know, 25% promotion. You would think that I set it up, but I didn't. It is actually ironically on a 25% promotion right now. So if you do want to check out the Kinetic shit, go use code Big E, bada bing, bada boom. I can get something here. But right now, me and my manager are talking with them to do the same thing I did before, but with them. Hey, you give me X amount of money a month. I will make sure your guys' shit is promoted. I will make sure that there will be something on the screen saying that I'm with Kinetic. And also, too, for a little sweet spot, I'll give you something creative every month that you guys can use for your advertising and your social media. So we're in the we're negotiating with it, and I would not be surprised if here, I don't know, I can't give you a time frame. I know I'm ruining the idea of an announcement, but I think this is a much better way for me to do content. I think it's a much better way for me to say, these are the things that I'm working on to build a brand deal with me. This is what me and my manager are going back and forth on. So that way, when you guys actually see that we're with Kinetic, you can be like, oh, fuck, dude, you got it to work. And then I can actually say, like, yeah, this is what we're doing. I'm providing this. I'm doing that. That you know, it's just the angle that I'm leaning at. Where are the vlogs at? Same channel? Yeah. So if you go on my homepage, it's called Building in Public. It's a whole playlist. Need to step away for a second. Did he answer yet? Wait, what did I not answer? Wait, what did I not answer? God, I can't breathe on my fucking nose. What did I not answer? Didn't you have the energy drink one a few days ago? No, that was the Kinetic. That was the Kinetic. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. No, they don't, man. Dude, they don't. And that's hurting my sales, Meld. That's hurting my sales. No, the LUTs do not work with Meld, man. They don't work with Meld. Slack it, Meld. I keep getting on them. Get LUTs in here. Okay. What I will say, for anybody that's, by the way, just now tuning in and talking about the streaming stuff, the whole entire VOD's on the channel. I am multi-streaming, so, we're talking to a group of people, not just you, but we've kind of covered the topic that we're talking about today. Back it up a little bit. What was it? Oh, so for the LUTs, for Meld, I'd be on my ish. What camera are you using? Trying to get that cinematic look? I know everybody's trying to get it. That's why I made it, man. Guys, tip number 1 in content creation. If somebody asks you the same problem 50 fucking times of a day, in a day, it's valuable. You can sell it. Give me 1 second. I'm actually going to grab one. Done with my coffee, so it's time. Yeah, you're talking about this. You said I don't drink energy drinks, but I had one the other day. No, this is what I'm literally talking about. This is Kinetic. So it's not an energy drink. No caffeine in it whatsoever. No caffeine in it whatsoever. It's all ketones. So you have a ZVE10. Let me see if I can help you out real quick. Let me go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Does the Sony ZVE, make sure it's ZVE10, right? Not ZVE1. Thank you, Dwayne. Ish. Just confirming. ZVE10. Okay. Have built-in LUTs to where I can use my own LUTs in camera. Here we go. Nope. Fuck, man. God damn it, dude. Shit. Wait. Do you have the Mark II or the 1? Do you have Mark II or 1? Branson already knows. Branson knows game. Fuck ish. You're yeah. So if you guys have the 1, no, you can't put the LUTs in. Damn it, man. I just did this for a customer like 2 weeks ago. He had this Sony ZV-E 1. I know that has built-in LUTs. And he's like, I use Meld and I can't use your LUTs, man. Like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, wait, what camera do you have? He had built-in LUTs. So he was able to use the LUTs in his camera. And then you could just go direct into Meld. Yeah, you guys, we got to get on Meld. Everybody's got to go to Meld and be like, yo, we need LUTs for Biggie's LUT pack. We need LUTs for Biggie's LUT pack. Should I get the Mark II? I'd suggest that. It actually might not be a bad idea. You could probably still get a good amount out of the ZV-E 10 now, and then you can make the upgrade. What is TCG? What's TCG? TikTok cock gobblers? Oh, fuck. I gotta stop with the sus shit, dude. I'm gonna get fired. I'm gonna get fired. Trading card group. I was close. So I'm kidding. I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what that is. What is LUTs or whatever you said? LUTs is this right here. So this is actually what you see straight out of the camera. And LUTs are just basically an artistic filter that you can put on it to make it look a certain way. So this makes it look a little bit more film-like. It makes it give it that blue teal film look. Makes the darks a little bit more darker. Makes it the shadows a little bit more blue. Makes me look like I'm actually tan and go outside. DaVinci or Premiere? I use Premiere. Not trying to spam, but people want to know, what do you think can benefit most from your consulting, or who should not waste their time? If you're just like, I don't know what to do to get people to watch me, don't waste your time. Please just don't waste your time. The consulting is for people that have actually started to build revenue, and it's worth learning something that I can actually help out with. So the way that I actually do consult, we actually have somebody in here. I got a call in an hour and a half with one customer, and we actually have had somebody in here earlier that's going to be another customer here in the week. And I turn people away all the time. So what happens is you buy it on the site. I email and I tell people to basically go through a checklist. And if it doesn't feel like it's something that's actually to where like you need an actual question to where we should hop in a call, I just refund. Like, it's not about just milking money off of people. It's like, you need real fucking answers to shit. Okay. I know, I hope Scrap's not watching. I know I turn away customers all the time. I don't think it's worth just taking somebody's few $100s for an hour of my time if you can't actually get something tangible out of it. Just watch the fucking streams. The amount of content I give away in the streams is I feel like it's absurd. If not, if you need something to get started, just go buy a blueprint and stick to it. Do that for 90 days. I'm telling you, you will be in a better position in 90 days, and you will understand shit more in 90 days if you actually follow those. That's why I made those. The consulting is like one guy that I actively get. He very wealthy. A couple of the guys that I actively get on are more of your wealthy brands. They have brands that they're running on social media, and they just want my help in certain ways. Content, clipping process, setting up their OBS. They're illiterate to these things. They have no idea how to set up a stream setup to go live and to set up their environment to where they can just, they're so busy and they just want to sit down and they just want to do this and be done. Okay, well, there's value in that. There's the guy that I'm talking to, actually both guys that I'm talking to in this next week, they're generating good stream revenue, but outside of streaming, they're dead. And that bothers them. They want to learn more from that. So we get in a call, we can check out their shit, and it's just easier in those instances where somebody's already generating $5,000 a month from content creation, and we can get in a call and I can actually say, like, dude, I looked at, like, the person I'm talking to today, they think they're doing okay with their socials, like TikToks, shorts, and reels. And they're like, I'm getting good views, but I'm not breaking out. And when I went to check them, they're not getting good views. Their perception of getting good views is off because they're getting like 300 to 500 views per vertical. How many of you guys fall under this category? They're getting that many views per vertical, but that's what's called the give me views. That's the test views. That's what TikTok, like the 300 viewer jail, which we got a video coming out about this. It's not as if TikTok is saying, this video is doing well. Let me give it to 300 people right away. 300 people watch this and we're stopping it dead in the tracks. It's like, no, that's not what's happening. It's TikTok is testing it to 300 people. They're actually not watching it. If you actually go into the analytics, you can see the retention is not there. Like they're not actually staying to watch it. You're getting the For You page free views that you get. So today's call is unfortunately going to have to be sitting down and being like, you're doing your verticals wrong. All these verticals are wrong. And I got a list of like, they're basically just trying to take verticals and advertise their stream. Hey guys, don't forget to stop by tonight's stream. That's not a good vertical. That's not how you actually get discovered. So today's goal is taking somebody that is actually generating revenue and stream and get them to understand the content's wrong. Here's how you should be focusing on making content better, longer. You have to fake it to make it. That's the reality. Nobody wants to watch you not talk while playing. That's very true. Well, the problem is, Dandy in and of itself, is some people, and this is where I wouldn't charge somebody. This is where I refund somebody. Somebody that isn't actually generating real revenue and doesn't have a community in streaming, people that actually do want to watch them. And there's a disconnect in what kind of content they make. That's something that can be fixed. But if you're at the point where you're just not getting any views and you're just, like you said, not talking while playing games and you're just like, how do I get more viewers? You have a deeper issue at hand here. You aren't even doing shit you enjoy. You're just trying to go live and find something to fill your time on the hopes of people liking what you do. You know what I mean? Do you have a service for no streamers to rate their stream? We not really streams. No, not really streams, but we do the premium member thing on YouTube, which I'm slacking on that. I know we have a couple I know Devin was in here a second ago. What the premium member thing is, anybody who's a YouTube premium member, we have a Discord section where it's like just for those people. And every week we'll go over like thumbnails and we'll like pull them up on live, talk about the things that are working. Like, you know, we broke down like, he's like, this is I'm like, well, this is what's wrong with your thumbnails, dude. Like, this is everything that's wrong with your shit. And yeah, we talk about it. We talk about it in stream, but I also try to just come here and talk to these individuals. It's always good to do this because I love seeing people like this. Shout out to Chicken Fried Barbecue, by the way. But like, what's so funny, man, in some of the last few years, I remember having a conversation with Weston Champlin. And then we were in a call one day. I don't know if you guys know them, big car YouTube creators. So I was in a conversation with them and we were talking about viewer retention and watch time and this and that. And we went into a deeper conversation about how it's so interesting at times. Like sometimes you just have to let certain content be certain content. Because the reality is he's actually building a community, doing things that other people, like in his content, he's not doing things that other people are doing. And that's the success that he's having. That's just flat out the success that he's having. When me and Weston were talking about this, or Garrett, his brother, when we were having this conversation, we were talking about a buddy of his that has a very successful, he creates semi-truck content. And if you were to just give the general advice of things, of this and that, you would try to get him to change his videos because at the time, they were too long. He wasn't doing too much retention. But the thing is, there was a culture for it. There was a community for it. It worked for him. Yeah, I know I'm veering off on a sidetrack. I know all you asked was, do I review streams? But I'm pointing out that I like having this section in Discord because you get to when you get diverse creators, some creators where you're like, the fuck am I gonna watch some guy do barbecue, brother? Some creators are killing it in their own thing, and you can learn a lot from that shit, man. Because they're just genuinely creating content. Maybe you think it's cringe, but they're generating real content about shit they're really into. And they're fucking doing well at their size. There's something to learn from that. Easier to become a big fish in a small pond than trying to grow in a huge pond. Yeah, it is. Well, and then also too, with that as well, a lot of people would perceive the idea of, I can't remember what this, what this term is called, but it's this idea that the bubble that you live in, you think is bigger than anything else. So like to caveat that, you would think it's easier to be a big fish in a small pond, but you don't understand how deep the pond actually goes. So your pond in whatever area that you're in, you might think it's massive. That's pretty shallow too. As to where theirs just goes deep. It's bigger than what you think. Like for great example, most people would say in the content, a lot of people would say maybe you, I don't know what kind of content you typically consume, but maybe you're in the gaming space. You watch gaming content. Gaming content's massive. It's obviously huge. And you would say, well, yeah, of course this guy's doing good. He's creating fucking barbecue competition shit. Like who really watches that shit? Huh. Yeah, who eats food? Yeah, who's a food consumer? My God, who would like watching fucking barbecue? That's just such a small niche. Gaming is just so massive. And this is just a big fish in a small pond. I'd actually argue the opposite. I'd actually argue that he has much more relatability and content than your gaming videos. Maybe not yours. I don't know if you create gaming, but you get the idea. You get what I'm saying? Food is great. For sure not me. I don't eat food. I don't like brisket. Okay, so you lose out on the vegetarians. Fuck them. Who gives a shit? Nobody fucking cares. Nobody gives a shit. Yeah, well, I think that's the thing with gaming content. Gaming content is actually one of the faster things where you can directly target. It's pretty easy. The search terms and whatnot. Working with gaming creators is actually it's a pretty kosher job. It's a pretty kosher job. But yeah, anyways, I like having that section in Discord because I get to meet different people, man. That guy's creating barbecue content. Devin's killing it in like I love his style of videos, dude. He's killing it, by the way, right now. Okay, I mean, let's run a little something. I actually want to see how his video did. So like, this is what we do with this. I don't have too much time today, so that's why I wasn't going to open this up. But this is actually what we do on Fridays. We do Free Game Friday, where we actually go in here and hello? There we go. We go in here and we, answer people's shit and we check their stuff live. Like if Chicken Fried comes and watches this, I would say this is a good thumbnail for you, brother. This is a good thumbnail. I'd like to see your CTR and everything. I hope the video is also 16:9 because this one here is obviously not. But oh wait, he didn't have the black part filled. See, also shout out to Devin, dude. Devin's a content creator. Does Devin have his YouTube here? Yeah, Devin in HD. He's a content creator. He stays really active in there. But dude, we were just talking about this. How did this video end up doing? Pretty fucking good. I want to know what the CTR is actually on that. Yeah, because we were talking in this Discord and the chat, and this was the original thumbnail. I don't know. It was a little chaotic. But then when he did this, I was like, dude, the gold coins, yeah, do that. That's a good thumbnail. And it looks like it worked. But the way that he does content, like this isn't the way that I do content.
How much is a meal in Skyrim? And I don't mean the average snack for a Dragonborn.
I fucking love this shit, by the way. I love this shit. Yes, I have, Ali. I need to. I know. I get told this all the time. I just got to do it. I have to do it.
36.
Because I can get a lot of people on the podcast.
bottles of wine, 4 loaves of bread, and 15 cheese wheels, and whatever else you killed your way through abandoned camp to get. I'm talking about a meal you would sit down at a pub or at...
See, like, this isn't how I make videos. But, like, you can learn from this, man. He is killing it right now. Killing it right now. He'll be huge by the end of the year. If he keeps this up, he will be huge by the end of the year. I said that in the last one. Killing it. So yeah, that's a little bit of what we do with the premium members. I've not been active on it. I need to do a better job on it. I struggle to do clips. Any suggestions? It's always hard. You can't give a general. Well, you can. Are the biggest thing is, are you even streaming shit in the first place that you enjoy? Because, like, then given the advice of clipping shit that you would talk about anyways, clipping moments that you would make a vertical about anyways, becomes easier to understand. Yeah, it's all about understanding your audience. Well, it's also it's understanding your audience, but also making, like, entertaining videos to you. Some good advice that I seen. Who said this? There's, like, the eye test. If you're editing a video, play it through. Close your eyes. Can you stay focused on the storyline? And fucking already. There it goes. God damn it, dude. Dummy battery. New dummy batteries coming. New dummy batteries coming, guys. Sorry. 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 My apologies. My apologies. Well, good thing I got it out before we actually got into the topic today. Dude, whatever dummy battery that I have with it, it just flat out doesn't work. It buys me like half an hour. I got a new one coming tomorrow from a different company. Hopefully that fixes it. It says, like, when it's plugged in, it has the indicator of full bar and the charging icon. So I'm like, okay, good. It's just fucking running. And then does that. No, I didn't stop streaming on Kick. It's just not my primary focus. No, I actually, ironically, today at the start of the stream, I went into complete detail of why that is. I guess just to summarize it, they're just not there in tools in comparison to other sites. I gave them a few years. I focused pretty heavy on them, funneled a lot of people over there, and the tools just aren't there, man. I mean, 3 years in, not having basic analytics, not having competitive moderation to the other sites, not being able to give creators more control of the type of individuals that they would, people that can interact with the stuff. It's just very basic. And when you're a tech company, you got to be innovating. And there's been no innovation of tech. You can't, it's not innovating to just say, we'll give you more money. There's nothing innovating about that. That's just nice. But what, in terms of features on the site, what is there to get more people? What is there to analyze your shit? What is there to help create your environment to be a good environment that you would want? There's nothing. So I just, until they figure out their shit, I'm not going to prioritize their platform when YouTube is just so much better for me. Do you think it's okay to try to make 2 different channels? We had this question. We had this question last week, and my general advice is no. I did that at one point, and you create too much potential negative for you. More bloat, just more bloat that you'll deal with. What? Like, I always ask people, okay, you create 2 channels. What if both of them start to do well? Which one are you picking? Oh, fuck, I don't know. I'm like, they're both, I'll just keep growing them. Okay, well, what happens where they both, in order for both of them to do well, they both need your time. So now you're going to outsource just for one, or you're going to outsource for 2 and create a system? What if they're not earning that much? What if they're not making enough in return to make to cover that? Are you going to just pay that out of pocket, or what are you going to do? There's just too many variables. I think if you just hunker down on one thing at the start and have fun and create something from it, and then from there create other things, you can make that work. Yeah, for long-standing creators with a lot, not only a library but a community where they can freely go out. Only if it's two completely different niches, in my opinion. If you have a gaming channel and then want to do stuff like Big E, I would split that. I did that. So like in my experience, it wasn't good at a certain point because it worked, which is so weird. You'd think that wouldn't be the problem, but it was. So I had my main YouTube channel, which you see now, and then I started streaming on YouTube. I left Twitch for YouTube, and so I targeted Apex Legends. Over a few months of me moving my Twitch audience to YouTube, I was like, okay, the best way to really optimize and grow this second channel on YouTube, the streaming channel, is I should create content dedicated to one thing, because that's the fucking power of YouTube. So I did Apex Legends. And at the time, it was just like, okay, my main channel was my main place. It was getting me brand deals. It was making more money. It was doing everything. It was obviously had more subs. And me and my moderator at the time, I taught him how to edit videos. So we started editing videos for that channel. We kind of used it as a project for both of us. And next thing you know, 10 months later, and that channel is doing better than my main channel. Well, fuck. Do I stop the main channel now? The second channel is now doing better than the main channel and is projected, if I keep this going, is going to surpass it in subs in 1 year than what the main channel did in 5 years. So wait, do I even do the main channel content anymore? But that's the stuff I like to do. I love to do that shit. I don't even like editing the gaming channel shit because that's why I hired an editor to do that. So you see the crossroads that I came across doing two. So like even in your comparison, two different niches where main channel is doing what I do right now. And then that, yeah, right. And then you have both, you're going snip, snap, snip, snap. You put more time and energy into one, put more time and energy to the other. It just wasn't a good dynamic. It was great that they worked. It was good monetization. But at a certain point I assessed, I'm like, what do I enjoy doing more? I enjoy doing the other thing more. I don't want to grow big in this thing. I couldn't imagine myself at the time in 5 years still wanting to make Apex Legends content. It didn't make sense to me. And that was just me. It's not that. So somebody says, is it easier to grow on YouTube starting than Twitch? I'm a Twitch affiliate because my buddy, average 6 viewers, would collab with me. I got to be cognitive of time. I got this meeting here in an hour. I got to eat some shit here in a second. Let's answer that real quick. It's not that it's easier to grow on YouTube when starting off. It's that when you learn, once you start to learn YouTube, it is easier to grow. Does that make sense? So like if you take Twitch and YouTube and just split them down the center and you do the same thing you would do on Twitch on YouTube, it's going to be hard to understand the benefits of YouTube. It happens all the fucking time. If you start on YouTube and you take it serious and you learn the analytics, the feedback that it gives you, and you lean into the tools of YouTube, it's going to be easier for you to grow on YouTube. A lot of people don't understand what I mean by that. And like the fact in of itself that you don't understand what that means is inherently the problem. Twitch doesn't teach you to be a good creator. It doesn't teach you the strong points of your stream. It doesn't teach you when people click. It doesn't teach what gives you retention. It doesn't show you the actual feedback of why people click and why people click off. YouTube does all these things. In order for you to find momentum on YouTube, you have to get through the trial and error phases of people clicking off and not watching and certain videos doing well and certain streams doing well to figure out the routine of what will actually work for you. Some people aren't willing to go through those extremes. And I argue that right there. The people that out of any platform, Instagram's catching up, honestly. But out of any platform, YouTube is, you start to build a community on YouTube, you're good. You're good. Like it's pretty loyal people, man. You create a real community there. So it's not, is it easier, Big Lex? I say it's better. Does that make sense? It's not that it's automatically just going to be easier for you to grow on YouTube. It's going to be better for you to grow on YouTube. Because once you understand how it works and you start to build the community, you'll be able to leverage it a lot more. You'll be able to keep repeating the good things and they work over and over again. That's why I hate live stream analytics from like Twitch and Kick. It's just general shit. It's bullshit, man. Like the vanity metrics don't teach you anything. All you get from like the post Twitch stream is like, what do you get? You get the, or it used to be, I don't know if it is anymore. Like I asked this earlier, nobody really answered it, but it used to be like the screenshots people share. It shows like the average viewer and the peak viewer. What are you learning from that? Like, honestly, what can you learn from that? Well, today's stream did better. Okay. How long were you live? I was live like 8 hours. Okay. Well, what portion of the stream did better? Oh, fuck. I wasn't paying attention. Do you remember what you were talking about that time? Oh, no. Fuck, dude. I can't really remember. Oh, well, hey, can you go back in your stream VOD and actually see a graph of retention to see the best points of the video? No, I can't do that. I don't have that tool. Okay. Well, that's a problem. On YouTube, you can do all those things. After my stream is done, I mean, I can see it literally live right now. I don't just see the total views, the chat viewer rate, the congruent viewers, the average view duration, which I do get to see all those things while I'm live on YouTube. But also too, I can literally see the graph. I can see at what points I went up to X amount of viewers and when it started to dip down and when it went up. And then when the stream's over, I can look at that shit too. I can actually analyze and give myself feedback of, oh, you know what? When I started doing this, that's when my viewership dropped. Twitch streamers alone could start seeing like whatever content they're streaming for 5 hours. They could see at the point that people typically tend to click off and leave. And when those viewers dip, and then they can start to develop a habit of like, oh, I can clearly see that after 2.5 hours, like people just get bored. People just start leaving. So either A, at 2.5 hours, I got to start figuring out things to do to incentivize people to stay around, or B, I got to cut it, man. 2.5 hours is it. That's the longest people can watch my fucking dumbass. Have a great one, Allie. I'm about to dip. How come some streamers on Twitch like Kai Cenat and FaZe Team have lots of followers on Insta, but then there's streamers like Queso who have way more live viewers on Twitch but not as big on Insta? I don't know, brother. I don't know. I would argue probably a little bit of that is Insta's pretty natural on the lifestyle thing, and some of the guys that you're mentioning go pretty hard in the lifestyle stuff. Queso's just a fucking bro being a bro fucking streaming, man. I think that's why a lot of people fuck with him. I don't think he really cares to grow it, to be honest. I don't think some of those guys give a shit. As to where, like, I'd probably argue that a lot of the FaZe guys, Kai and them, they actually like optimize content at one point to have their Instagram grow. So should I 100% should I switch or dual? Just multi-stream. Multi-stream. That's the biggest advice I give anybody. Multi-stream. Multi-stream. Period. End up. Period. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? They all grow? Or they all don't do well? At least you know. Well, then figure it out. At least if you're multi-streaming to Twitch, Kick, YouTube, TikTok at the same time, you can pay attention to your YouTube analytics, see when people are clicking off, see kind of a pattern, and you could probably replicate that because it's probably most likely across the board. Like if you've noticed across the board, since we've stopped talking about the topic and I've opened up the floor more for you guys, more people have started to click off because I'm not talking about the thing anymore. Well, that's clearly obvious. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, I gotta stop. I gotta get ready for this fucking meeting. I gotta go make some eggs, do a little twerk out. As usual, appreciate you guys stopping by. Anything that we talked about today, stream gear, any of the shit that I used, it's all available on my website. All my socials are on my website. The streamer blueprint, the creator blueprint, all available there. The LUT pack, all available. Anything you guys need, it's on the website. Any of you guys, anybody that was lurking, any creators actually making some monetization, if you guys need help in any way that I could potentially help you guys with, feel free to hit up the consulting on the website. If you're questioning if a conversation for an hour could be valuable, probably not for you. Probably not for you. So that's a pretty simple answer. I think that's what I just need to start saying anymore when people ask about the 1v1. If you don't think it's valuable to talk to me for an hour and get to a direct question because it'll give you immediate result, probably shouldn't be for you. But I know we get a lot of lurkers. A lot of my more active customers that I do get, I know you guys are lurkers and shit. I love having the conversations with you guys. So feel free to hit me up. Join the Discords. Today is Friday, so Saturday, Sunday off. I will see you guys Monday. Let's kill it, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.